Yes, welcome all wonderful Shrotas Sadhakas. Mm, Great text Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana. We are daring to study it with all our small little capacities, but more than that, our faith in Sage Vasishtha Ji, Bhagavan Rama, that they will bless us, give us the required ability, capacity to study, understand this mammoth text. May not only we study, may we understand, not only we understand, may we also do the required sadhanas to reach to the required anubhuti of tattva, so that in this very life we become mukta. Lokasevaka adi 19 Vyaktitwas we have to strengthen. Lokasevaka, Dharmastapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, परिश्रमी प्रेरित प्रशांत गंभीर संस्कृत भाषा ज्ञाता व्याकरण सहित गुरु उपासक दैव उपासक मननकर्ता चिंतनकर्ता निधिध्यासनकर्ता अनुभवी and established in the anubhuti. Who is there to help us? Sakshat Brahma Tattva, the Ishvara Tattva, Jaganmatru Tattva, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana. Each of them how they bless us, we have to know and do those sadhanas. All these clarities will come to our buddhi if we mindfully applying ourselves study such glorious shastras. We will do the three things today: Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana, then Sri Adi Shankara's Prashnottara Ratnamalika, then a little portion of Sankshipta Skanda Purana Parayana. In the first text, Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana, third Utpatthi Prakaranam, we are in the ninth Sarga Paramakarana Varnanam. The Paramakarana is Parabrahma Tattva. The Parabrahma, which is never completely can be described by anybody. Sri Vasishtha Ji here is bringing all the descriptions, explanations that are given about Brahman in all places at one place. And with all the sayings said, still it is not, the Brahman is not an object that can be understood by any faculties. Simple because it is a subject. Subject can never be objectified and not necessarily seen through the pramana. Self Brahman is such subject that it is the pramana for all the pramanas to exist. It is the mula karana. So, though appearing to very tough to understand, abstract, etc., and that's why from so many lives we never try to understand, even in this life also. Now the Lord Gurus are pushing those who are ready to get pushed us into the study of this, into the effort to understand the Brahman that it cannot be understood. But still, the effort to understand removes so many notions about it and takes us to the true helpful final understanding that the Brahman is experienced when all the upadhis, triputis, dvaitvas are transcended, gone beyond. That clarity starts coming to us. And maybe our wish to achieve that may also grow. Isn't it? The mumukshuta, the jignasa, healthy one can grow in us. Beautiful it is. If that happens, going beyond all sentiments, emotions of holding the world, and not also the sentimental, emotional spirituality. But the true jignasa yukta adhyatmikata, when it enters, oh, ho, we have really reached a great extent. He is like a spiritual scientist. What are you doing? I'm just searching, researching, inquiring into the reality. Any emotion? No. Then why? Because it is a reality. It has to be realized and I have to abide in it. The other things that in that only there is moksha, etc. Yeah, it's long back understood. Still, I was not prepared for this. Now I am prepared. That stage of getting pushed into the jignasa inquiry. We will get through the study of this great Shastra. All these sargas cater to that achievement. Let us see the continuation. Sri Vasishtaji's answer to Sri Rama's Prashna. Do the Mangalacharana slokas for some time and Sankalpa. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Munaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने ओम तस्मै श्री गुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्याद् उद्दितीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यत्संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषत् योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास संतवांग्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृते सांप्रदायनां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां भक्ति ज्ञान योग वेदांतादि प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयभिलाषिणां भक्तशिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु श्रोतॄणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां ज्ञान शक्तिनां प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापना कार्य नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं तदनन्तरं श्री आदिशङ्करकृत प्रश्नोत्तररत्नमालिका अध्ययनं तदनन्तरं संक्षिप्तस्कन्दपुराण पारायण वयं सर्वे मोक्षार्थं करिष्यामहे। ओम श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं दृष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरः यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओ श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं परमकारणवर्णनं नाम नवमः सर्गः। श्रीराम उवाच श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच Friends, Sri Rama's Prashna was in the 35, 36, 37, 38. We have seen even Vasishthaji's answer also we started studying. Rama's Prashna, if we want to repeat, it is Atyanta bhava sampatya jagat drishyasya muktata yaya udeti mune yuktya tam mama upadisha uttamam. We should have a yukti by which jagat drishya is atyanta abhava, that is realized. When the jagat drishya is atyanta abhava, that's realized, the adhisthana of the jagat, the Brahman, is realized. That leads to moksha. So that yukti which leads to jagat drishya atyanta bhava, which leads to the adhisthana brahmanubhuti, which leads to mukti, that yukti mama upadisha, please teach me. Second, मितः सम्पन्नयोर्द्रष्टृ दृश्ययोरेकसङ्ख्ययोः द्वयाभावे स्थितिं याते निर्वाणमवशिष्यते. With the teaching so far you have done, so many things are understood, so much so, some are remembered, not remembered, but the main thing is remembered. What is the main one? कि मितः सम्पन्नयोः द्रष्टृ दृश्ययोः एकसङ्ख्ययोः, that one substratum on which are these two mutually related things are superimposed, drashta drishya. So drashta, drishya, both are mitaha, paraspara depending on each other, superimposed on one substratum only. Dvaya abhave sthitim yate. Dvaya abhave sthitim yate. When a sthiti is achieved of the absence of these two, when the sthiti of absence of these two is achieved, nirvanam avashishyate. What remains is the experience of Brahman, which is nirvana, unflickering means which is infinitely stable, and that is our nature. There is no samsara in it. Therefore, दृश्यस्य जगतः तस्मात् अत्यन्तः संभवो यथा यथा दृश्यस्य जगतः अत्यन्तः असंभवः. This jagat which is drishya, which is absolutely not at all there. When this is realized, the corresponding drashta also is rejected. When this is achieved, what remains, as it was said, the substratum Brahma eva itham sabhavastham, the pure Brahman existing in its own self. Buddhyate, achieved. Vadame tatha, teach me that teaching, by which this happens, that I am able to do, and this is happening to me. Jagat named Drishyaka Atyanta Abhava, therefore the corresponding drashta also gone away. Then the Adhisthana Brahma established in its own self, that is realized. That's the moksha sthiti. How it is achieved, please tell me. Then Kaya etad jnayate yuktya. By which yukti this is deeply understood that never ever there was drashta, never ever there was drashya. Kaya yuktya etad jnayate. Then katham etad prasiddhyate. Having used that yukti, when the knowledge that drashta, drashya were never there is realized, then prasiddhyati, the achievement of the ever existing Brahman, which is my own essential self all the time. That is realized. Then moksha done. Etasminstu mune siddhe. Hey Muni, when this Brahma Vastu is that we experienced as a self, na sadhyam avashishyati. Nothing more remains to be achieved, therefore, nothing more remains to be done. Therefore, whatever is to be done to realize the Brahman alone is the real sadhana. The Manushya Jivana is for the sadhana. Sadhana is to obtain the sadhya. Sadhya is Brahmanubhuti. And Brahman is always there. That alone is there. On that, because of avidya, avichara, drishya is superimposed and drashta is superimposed. And this drashta is so much entangled in that drishya. He has become no more a drashta, no more remaining a drashta, but he is 100% samsari. With full tadatmya with the drishya. And further, he uses the mamata in that there is raga, there is dvesha, and all other mental kama krodhadi durgunas. These are all the manasika vrittis by which I, no more remaining as drashta, become samsari by associating with the drishya, which is never ever required. No, when this Vedanta is heard for sufficient time attentively and also grasped, this Viveka Vairagya comes in as that in my mind, allowing it to manifest so many emotions. I am identifying with this world, Drashya, entangled in it, suffering as samsari for no reason and no purpose. This Viveka Vairagya will come. All is in the mind, that is understood. My identity also is my own in my own self because of my various upadhi tadatmya. Who am I? And in my own mind again, I relate with the jagat of drashya with variety of emotions of kama, krodha, raga, dvesha for no reason. Inasmuch that when all of them are dropped, nothing but the ananda, the bliss is there, which we experience every day when we enter into nidra. See, in the nidra avastha, the drashya jagat is not there, the drashta is not there, the drashta's entanglement with the drashya jagat, with all emotions and relations, they are not there. And that is the reason why in nidra so much of ananda. Nobody wants to understand this. That in the manasika raga dvesha only I, not remaining as drashta, becoming sansari in identification and relativity with the jagat. Nobody wants to know this knowledge. Everyone wants to get bound only. It has become as if a habit, necessary habit, that I must be a samsari only was. Nobody wants to remain even as drashta. Only after the strutva that there is sakshitva. Then the chetanatva. That's sattvarupa. That only in Upanishad that highest solution is given. Just like nobody wants to encourage, promote the Ayurveda, which has got such a thorough study of entire makeup of the body with this kapha, vata, pitta, the things, how to balance them. It's such a science, but no, because we want to sell the medicines of the allopathy and all to discover which crores of rupees are invested. So crores of the rupees have to be regained. Therefore, the never ever that Ayurveda is encouraged. And the government also from these things and less like from the drinks and drugs, drinks and cigarettes, etc. also gets crores and crores of rupees. Therefore, government never bans them. Understood? जैसे उन चीजों को बैन नहीं करती है जगत गवर्नमेंट बिकॉज इतना महंगा आ रहा है वैसा ही the allopathy medicines also are not discouraged, they are encouraged. We have no problem with it. We want the Ayurveda also to be developed so much that easy remedies होते हैं for very many problems for which thousands and thousands rupees are being spent by the poor people which they don't have money. Such a big thing, big topic it is. Only an example only we have taken. So here also in the same way, this most important tattva gnana that in the mind only because of unwanted emotions created that we relate with the world in a negative manner and get bound. Otherwise, we can conduct very decently with all dharma in the world by remaining the mere drashta. Thus, joy of fulfilling duties is there, and also no pain, dukkha, because we are not caught up in the world with any negative emotions. ये तत्व ज्ञान पहले देना चाहिए. चलो जो दे रहे हैं गुरु लोग उनसे जाकर सीख लो. Let us work on our own kalyan. Why worry about others? Done, friends. Now, in this way, Rama asked the Prashna. Vasishthaji's Uttara started. Sri Vasishtha Uvacha. One sloka is so beautiful. Let us see it. Vasishthaji starts saying, Bahukalam Sri Vasishtha Uvacha. Om Sri Vasishtha Gurave Namaha. Om Sri Vasishtha Sadgurave Namaha. Om Sri Vasishtha Maharshaye Namaha. बहुकालम् इयं रूढा मिथ्याज्ञानविसूचिका नूनं विचारमन्त्रेण निर्मूलमुपशाम्यति. Okay, now carefully listen. Bahukalam iyam rudha. From long time, it is deeply rooted. What is that? Mithyagnana visuchika. Visuchika is the terrible disease. What is it? Mithyagnana. What is Mithyagnana? That there is a drashya jagat is there and I am the drashta. And I have to relate with that drashya jagat and try through that eke out all sukha ananda. This entire mithya jnana vishuchika is rudha bahukalam. And then nunam indeed, what is the way to get out of it? Vichara mantrena. Through the mantra of contemplation or vichara, this vishuchika can be removed. Nirmoolam, along with the moola, the avidya. Avidya is the moola. Because of that, avichara or vikara is done. तो अविद्या के साथ साथ विचार के द्वारा अविद्या के साथ साथ दिस मिथ्या ज्ञान विसूचिका दैट द जगत इज देयर एज दृश्य एंड द दृष्टा उपशाम्यति absolutely gets quieted. Through that vichara, the substratum is realized, which alone is there everywhere in its reality. As it was studied in this text earlier, also in Mandukya the Upanishads, that is always there, unmodifiable. It is avyaya. Not knowing it, in that ignorance only, this entire drashya is kalpita. Through vichara mantra, this can be removed. Nityagnana vishuchika, which is bahukala ruda. Means what? From so many lives, the deeply rooted mithyagnana of drashta drashya, along with the roots of avidya, can be removed by the mantra of nitya nirantara vicharana. So what is the yukti? What is the upaya to get out of drashta drashya? Vicharana. That vicharana, for that whatever data is required, the Guru Maharaj will supply. Vaashishtha. Okay. So though I told you vichara is the mantra, then don't say that chalo de do vichar मैं कर लेता हूँ 2 minutes में along with moola this mithya gnana vishuchika and the samsara created by it goes away. Give me. He says न शक्यते झटित्येषा समुत्सादयितुं क्षणात् समप्रपतने हि अद्रौ समरोहावरोहणे. तो झटिति क्षणात् समुत्सादयितुं न शक्यते. It is not that in one moment with one effort or the one go that mithya jnana vishochika of drashta drishya reality just like that. It won't go. Don't imagine that like. है ना? Be patient. Have lot of patience and strength. Dhirata, as we studied in our morning common sense thought. You know, like there are some bimaris. It's not that just like that one dose of medicine you take, it goes away. No, depending on the depth of the disease, for 5 months, 6 months, when medication is given, slowly it starts showing its result. In 1 or 2 years, it gets controlled from getting aggravated. Then, after 5, 6 years, slowly it gets reduced. In the same way, the Vicharana mantra, start using it. It takes its own time, not kshanat jhatiti. एक क्षण में एक प्रयत्न में झटिति मीन्स इंस्टेंटेनियसली इन वन गो फटाक से झटिक थी झट थी मतलब एक अटेम्प्ट में ही क्षणात मतलब एक मोमेंट में ही नहीं होता है सो न शक्यते झटित्येषा समुत्सादयितुं क्षणात् समप्रपतने ही अद्रौ समरोहावरोहणे like the up and down mountain journey is also not easy. It is like this. Then he says, what are the sadhanas? From here we have to be very careful to catch. So far what he said, only through vicharana mantra, moola sahita, drashta drishya rupi, mithya jnana visuchika, which is the hetu for me, the drashta, to become a samsari by entangling in the drishya. All of that goes. And it won't happen overnight, not by one attempt. Up to this we have understood. Now the sadhanas he is trying to indicate. What is it? Fourth month, 41st mantra I am chanting. Sorry, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Sadguru 41. In the 41 he says, Tasmadabhyasa yogena yuktya nyayopapattivihi jagad bhrantir yatha shamyet tavedam kathyate shrunu. Second line, first to catch it. First line tells the sadhanas. Second line में जगत भ्रांतिर यथा शाम्येत. The bhranti of the jagat, how it gets cuted. In the pure Paramatma, not only the jagat is bhrantya kalpitaha, not only that, but the bhranti jagat is taken as reality, and that other side, the adhisthana Brahma, on which this bhranti jagat kalpita, it is forgotten. Then this jagat which is taken as satya, the corresponding drashta of this jagat as you and I jiva, they are also kalpita. So I got reduced from the state of aham brahmasmi to the drashta of this jagat and the samsari in this jagat. Isn't it? The other side, if this jagat bhranti is removed, drishya jagat is not there, I am not the drashta. Then the adhisthana I am. So when the son is not there, the father is a man. The moment the son comes, the man becomes father. Father is conditioned. Man is unconditional. So Brahman is unconditional. Jiva is conditioned. How the Brahman is becoming you and I Jiva? Because of the Jagat Bhranti. For Jivan Mukta, Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti. Then the Jagat is Bhranti. And from Aham Brahmasmi Anubhava se, keeping that intact, the corresponding drashta of this Jagat, he projects, he plays the play. But neither he gives reality to the Bhranta Jagat nor to the Drashta, nor he relates more than required to the Jagat, that he falls even from the Drashta Sthiti to a Samsara. Everywhere, see, 100 examples can be given. Two people are quarreling in a road. So you can become sentimental and emotional and go and try to samjhav them and then get beaten by both of them. Example only for example's sake. You can also say बेवकूफ लोग लड़ते रहते हैं, that's not my job, let the police वाला take care, and you go. Example को catch करना, whatever example comes at that time we try to give, है ना? You can take it so serious and you can blame the government police department. You yourself can involve, you try to sit between them, try to explain them. अब इतना कर भी सकते हो. Yeah, that's all everyday notion. You can, every day that goes on happening. You can move, isn't it? In the Vyavahara, moving like that way without involving in that is called as irresponsibility. In Vedanta, it is Sakshi Bhava. If you are not an Adhyatmic sadhaka, you are a social reformer, that's your identity, you go talk to them, बिठाओ, उनका जो भी है तशवा करो, or whatever you call it as sort it out, then feel proud कि I have sorted it out. If you are not a sadhak, if you are a social reformer or social servant, or if you are responsible police there, then also you can go and talk to them and talk. If you are pure Vedanta, the whole Brahmanda itself is Kalpita, in that these nonsenses come and go. You can just go, it won't affect the mind. Can we that way refrain from mental projections or not? By refraining from it, are we still alive or not? But differentiate between a social responsibility, a spiritual sadhana. Difference between these two you have to catch. I am not refraining from involvement out of my laziness or carelessness. From that way, immediately you have to call the police and say, people are fighting here unnecessarily, some nonsense created, the whole traffic is jammed. एक मिनट में फोन करने, that's social responsibility. You have to insist on the police why police are not there here. These are all social work. But from spiritual standpoint, even while doing that also, you can be a drashta within yourself. हाँ ऐसा हुआ था, I was there, maybe I had to do that job, I have done, now that's dropped there and then. उसके बाद क्या हुआ, भाड़ में जाए, why should I worry? That itself was more. I'm just giving a very subtle example to catch this point. That I remain as Brahman, yet I come out as the Jiva with Upadhis in to play with the Bhranta Drishya Jagat only as a play. I won't take anything so real or serious. Even in any relations also. Every day the wife does it or husband does. To all the sentimental, emotional, uncontrolled outpouring of either wife or husband, the other counterpart, as a Sakshi they remain. He says रो रो के खुद ही चुप हो जाती है, and she says चिल्ला चिल्ला के चुप हो जाता है. They don't create samsara of it. Not knowing this, if any guest comes to their house, he doesn't know that ये हर दिन का तभी जाकर इनका खाना हजम होता है, all that he doesn't know. Then he becomes so sentimental, emotional. The guest, I don't know, इस घर में ऐसे होते हैं कि वो रोती रहती है, वो चिल्लाते रहते हैं, इनको समझाने वाले कोई है ही नहीं. The guest becomes samsari, and for them it's a routine. That's why sadhu sannyasi never involves all this money. They are passing the time like that. That's how they. Neither Vedantic solution and worldly solutions you can give them because they don't have any other goal or ambition. They are born and married only to that way entertain each other. You also just watch and get entertained. That's it. There's no solution for it because they don't take it as a problem. They enjoy it. We only unnecessarily take it so seriously. है ना? तो बाबा जी जो मैच्योर्ड है पक्का, वो कभी किसी संसार के समस्या में समाधान नहीं देता समाधान. Because they don't want it, because they don't take it as problem. They're happy. Swami, she beats me, I beat her. That's how we are beaten. We are happy. You know, Why the great saints, sages don't involve in all social reforms and all? This is the reason. There's nothing to reform all that kalpita mithya, but they act in those fields wherein the jivas can be made sadhakas, sadhakas can be guided through sadhana. वो काम वो करते हैं, बाकी बकवास, isn't it? Subtle examples and explanations. So the point is what? Tasmad, he is now telling the sadhanas. Second line was Jagat Bhrantir Yatha Shamyat Tava Idam Katyate Shrunu. How this Jagat Bhranti, Drishya Jagat is a Bhranti that is realized, therefore Drashta also is Bhranta, therefore Drashta Drishya dono ka substratum Brahman alone is real. Actually, I am that. All of that, how will happen? I'll tell you. And what are the sadhanas? Tasmad Abhyasa Yogena Yuktya Nyaya Upapattivi. Abhyasa Yogena means what? The knowledge very intellectually understood. You have to do the abhyas of that knowledge. That's called as yoga here. Then Yuktya means the beautiful upayas, I will tell you. And one of the very powerful upayas is Nyaya Upapattivi, the logical conclusions. So logical conclusions and derivatives, and lot of examples and other upayas I will give you, and you have to do the abhyasa of them as a yoga only. So abhyasa yogena yuktya nyaya upapattivihi jagat bhranti yatha nasyetu yatha shamyat tava idam katyate shunu. For you it is being taught, you must listen. So what are required? Abhyasa yoga, yukti, nyaya, upapatti. Yukti are very intelligent, very smart we have to be. Nyaya upapatti is logic and logical conclusions in which lot of example stories will be told. And with the knowledge gained, we have to do the abhyas of it. है ना? अभ्यास. Like cigarette smoking is injurious to health. ज्ञान हो गया. अब you have to do the abhyas of giving up the cigarette also. As the smoking cigarette abhyas has been done, now giving it up is also an abhyas. Isn't it? Becoming angry when it has become an abhyasa, trying to be calm and quiet, peaceful, smiling is also an abhyas. As was selfishness is an abhyasa, selflessness also is an abhyas. As was greed is abhyasa, so much as being charitable also is an abhyasa. As was speaking lies was an abhyasa, so much speaking truth is an abhyasa. As much frustrated in the mind, miserable is an abhyasa. Calm and quiet, cheerful disposition also is abhyasa. These positive abhyasas, to remove the negative abhyasas, have to be definitely done till the negative abhyasas are removed. And these positive abhyasas remain there, useful if at all for vyavahara. Or else, even then, even them also we transcend because our goal is to realize the inner Brahman, the self. So, tasmad abhyasa yogena yuktya nyaya upapattibihi jagat bhrantir yatha shamyetu तब इदं कथ्यते शृणु. सुनो, आपको बताया जाएगा what abhyas yoga you have to do, what yukti you have to adopt, what are the nyaya upavattis you have to listen, so that jagat bhranti is shamita, shamyet. Once the jagat bhranti gone means jagat is real, that bhranti is gone, the corresponding drashta of that jagat in you also is quieted. Then you are no more that unnecessary struggling samsara in the world. Arey, I am the Brahman, I am the Sakshi. Where is the Jagat for me to entangle it? It's so simple. एक मिनट में अगर क्लिक हो जाए तो फीलिंग आ जाता है, बट फिर भी अभ्यास करना पड़ता है. Now continue. वक्ष्याम्याख्यायिकां राम याम इमां बोधसिद्धये तां चेत् शृणोषि तत्साधो मुक्त एवासि बोधवान्. See, Vakshyami Akhyayika Ram. Oh Rama, the entire Akhyayika process I tell you. Akhyayika actually is story. So I will explain to it as a very interesting story. You also listen it like a story, but it is not a story. It is an explanation of the entire system by which we are caught up. Therefore, the opposite system by which we come out. तो वक्ष्यामि आख्यायिकां Rama Sara आख्यायिका moksha आख्यायिका I will teach you. वक्ष्यामि आख्यायिकां Rama yam imam. This आख्यायिका I am going to tell you. Bodha siddhaye, for the achievement of the bodha. And that आख्यायिका tam ched shrunosi tat sadho o sadhu. If you can listen to that आख्यायिका mukta evasi bodhavan. You will obtain the bodha and definitely you are mukta only. Mukta bhavishyasi. In future tense, it is not said. You will always, you are always the realized person only, realized only or liberated. Sir. You are already liberated, that you will realize. But two things are there, sadho. So sadhutva should be there in you. And among so many lakshanas of sadhutva, the most important is full shraddha in the Guru and Guru Padesha and doing the sadhana. Guru ke prati shraddha, Guru Upadesh ke prati shraddha, and in that Upadesha, whatever sadhanas he is telling, when shraddha se when we do, you are a sadhu. And how long it has to be done? Bodhavan. Till you become the experiencer of the self. Mukta evasi. When the self is experienced Brahman, in that there are no karanas for bandhana. So that needs abhyasa yoga, that needs the yukti, nyaya upapatti. You have to listen. I am going to tell. It's an akhyayika. वक्ष्यामि आख्यायिकां राम याम इमां बोधसिद्धये तान् चेत् शृणोषि तत् साधो मुक्त एव असि बोधवान् असि. You will realize the self and then as a self there is no bondage. You are liberated. Then that is what is the content of this Utpatti Prakaranam. What's more, main topic of this Utpatti Prakaranam in the coming 123 or 113 sargas he is telling us now. एक श्लोक में बट ही सेज अथोत्पत्ति प्रकरणम मयेव मयेदम तव कथ्यते यत्किलोत्पद्यते राम तेन मुक्तेन भूयते. So अथ उत्पत्ति प्रकरण मया इदम तव कथ्यते. What, how this utpatti of the jagat happened and how it is binding you. Without really the jagat's utpatti happening, without actually can never bind you. I am going to tell you. Yat kila utpadyate Rama. If that Utpatti Prakarana's jnana is created in you, as I am telling you, Tena Muktena Bhuyate, you will just get liberated. So Utpatti Prakaranam is talking about the Utpatti of the Jagat which never happened. Ata Utpatti Prakaranam Maya idam tava katyate. Yet kila Utpadyate Rama, if that jnana is born in you about the Utpatti, about the Jagat, in this Utpatti Prakarana, that the Jagat is never Utpanna. Tena muktena bhuyate, then you are getting liberated with it. So by this, what was said some 10-12 sargas back is reminded. Okay? The freedom from the Jagat is only by knowing that the Jagat was never there, is never there. Just like the matter, anything once you say it is there, you will have to relate to it. If it is there, you can't remove it. Like the Kalpita Sarpa on the Rajju. If you say that it is there, it will always be there frightening you. The only way to get rid of all the samsara created because of that snake is only by knowing that it was never there. And the fact it was never there. It's only kalpita. On the adhisthana, the rajju. So realize the rajju. Know that there is no rope snake at all. Then the mukti has come. So what was said in the earlier chapters, last chapter also, this chapter, some 15 shlokas back, here also is same. The moksha from Jagat comes when we realize that there is nothing called as Jagat in reality. In reality, there is no Jagat. In reality, reality alone is there. But it is experienced, no, still it is not there. That is a powerful Vedantic Jnanam, that even though you are having the anubhutis of it, yet it is not real. No, how can it be possible? Why not possible? Are you not every day experiencing the dream? Never the dream world was there, never you are there, never the other people in the dream. But are you not projecting and going through those anubhutis? How many examples, even the waking plane, how many times we saw? 1 hour your son or daughter came, have not come from the college or office. How many things you imagine in your mind and get suffering? एक्सीडेंट हुआ होगा या कहीं चले गए होंगे, क्या हुआ होगा? Nothing happened, but because of the ignorance of what exactly happened, are you not projecting in your mind and suffering? Suffering is there in you just by the kalpita feeling. Then why they have not, they have come, why they have not yet come? See that these two examples, Swapna example, and because of information is not known, in the mind so many things are kalpita and we get afraid of that. Like children also do, no? Exams results से पहले अभी तो पूरा एजुकेशन सिस्टम बदल रहा है आज से शायद. तो रिजल्ट से पहले ही मेनी चिल्ड्रन, हाउ मेनी इमेजिन दैट मैं ठीक नहीं लिखा एग्जाम में फेल हो जाऊंगा. Some children have committed suicide also, imagining that they fail. And the results came, they are first class pass. How many imagination? Some others also, they give all wrong answer. They are going to fail, but they think they gave correct answer. They start celebrating till the result comes. सो नहीं होते हुए भी होने की तरह दिखना और अनुभव देना संभव है. अनुभव है, therefore a thing is real, not necessary. This is a big answer to our very important question. I am so solidly experiencing this world. How can it be unreal? Answer is, even though you have experienced it, still it can be unreal. These are the examples. That's the deepest Vedanta, where the bhokja vastu or the experienced object, the experiencer, experienced, experiencing, all of them are kalpit. Like on the Jagrat Purusha, Swapna Purusha, Swapna Jagata, Swapna Anubhuti. All three are kalpita, na? The Sukha Dukkha which I have experienced in dream also are projected on my waking mind. Anubhuti also. Jnata, Jnanam, Gneyam. All the three. Drashta, Darshana, Drishyabhu. All of them are kalpita or one Brahman. है ना? यथा सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति यत्रैव, everyday we chant kalpita on Parabrahma. Good. Next one. See, 44th mantra gives the answer what we have already discussed. कि यमित्थं जगद् भ्रान्तिः भात्य जातैव खात्मिका इति उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे कथ्यतेऽस्मिन् मयाधुना. मया अस्मिन् उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे इति अधुना कथ्यते. By me, in this entire उत्पत्ति प्रकरण, this is what is being educated to you or taught to you. तुमको इसको सुन के समझना है. This is the outcome. This should be the outcome. This is a topic totally developed there. What is it? Yam ittam jagat bhranti bhati. In this way, this jagat is bhati, experienced by us, even though it is out of bhranti. Ajata eva, even though it is never created. Khatmika. You know, kha means space. Space is shunya. Even though by itself the jagat, by itself it is shunya. Its adhisthana is Brahman. Other than Brahman, by itself it is Khatmika. Yet it is taken as real and we get bound in it. So the main word is what? Jagat Bhranti Bhati Ajata Eva. Ajata Eva. Unborn only, but still This Jagat Bhati. And that which is never created still appears is called a Bhranti. The snake is never created but still appears. Therefore it's Bhranti. And the appearance can never be without the substratum. That is the rope there. Here also the Brahman. And for no reason at no period of time, except in our Bhranti Kala, the rope has become the snake. Never. So to only in our Bhranti Kala, the Brahman is seen by us out of Bhranti as Jagat, but Jagat, Brahman never became the Jagat. That Brahman we have to realize. See, every day, little, when we are listening, no, our fears are going, we are able to tune little by little. Imagine like this, till the text is over, every day we are listening, Manu. How much of paripakvata in our understanding happens, as taught by Vaashishtha. Keeping this, what beautiful awakening happens in my mind after 5 years. Every day we have to come to the class. That's the only reason for which I am studying. After 5 years, my understanding regarding the reality of the reality and the unreality of the unreality should be pakka. It will happen as it happened to Rama. Rama in the beginning full of questions. As he went on listening and understanding, his wisdom was growing. Same with us. ये एक चीज क्लिक होना है हमको. I can't be like a Buddha as I am now. In my next years of time, 10 years of time, it's not the amount of money I gain. It's not the amount of name and fame outer world I gain. That should be counted. How much of the jnanam regarding tattva and atattva I gain. I have to count in that way. Siddhanta jnana spashtata. And if possible, sadhana also. And if we never do this shravana of the tattva, it will always remain plebeian to us. Such shastras, if we don't listen, then when will we get the knowledge? How it will not like जादू से नहीं हो जाता है वो. कोई कैप्सूल खाने से, कोई गुरु महाराज अपने हाथ सर पे रखने से ऐसा नहीं होता हो. That's what he was said. न शक्यते झटित्येषा समुत्सादयितुं क्षणात्. Intellectual apprehension itself takes lot of time. Then doing the abhyasa yoga. Then only slowly walking. Yes, the Brahman alone is real. All these were projected when that real Brahman was not realized. That will click to us all the time. So this is the beginning we have done. That's the only reason for which, even though it is more painful to me than you, because I have to study and talk also. No? And the most disappointing thing to me is nobody encourages. But still I do it because I understood, realize that it is for me. Because I am the Ajnani and I am in the bondage. Not you. You're all Jivan Muktas. You prove it. स्वामी जी हमको क्या जरूरत है ज्ञान का. इसलिए हम आते ही नहीं क्लास में. क्यों? हम तो जीवन मुक्त है. तो देखो किसके लिए है ज्ञान. मेरे लिए है ना. मैं ही तो हूँ अज्ञानी. So I understood it. So therefore I do it. And it is benefiting. Day by day, slowly this clarity. And more important than the clarity is the sustaining of that clarity. That happens when the same thing is repeatedly told. Now, this point that Jagat is Bhranti, not real. Already 20 times it was told in the last 2.5 sargas. So, two Prakaranas and 9 sargas. Sri Rama's entire Vairagya Prakarana contained that. Muksha Vyavahara Prakarana, umpteen number of times this topic came. Again, we are repeated here. The entire Utpatthi Prakarana is dedicated for the proof of that only. Again, we are reading it. Yam Itham Jagat Bhranti Bhati Ajata Eva. This entire Jagat is Bhranti only. Bhati appears. Ajata Eva, never it is created. Ka Atmika, by its own self, it has no its own sustenance. Its substratum is Brahman. Idi Utpatti Prakarane Kathite Asmin Maya Aduna. In this Utpatti Prakarana, this topic I am going to prove to you. The world is never created, it is only Mithya, it is only Bhranti. And this is what in few Karikas, Karikakara, Gaudapadaji in Mandukya. You know, the second Vaitatya, third Advaita Prakarana, he goes on explaining. भाष्यकारस भाष्य भी पढ़ोगे तो वो भी आपको बहुत मदद करेगा. फॉर देम द प्रेरणा मस्ट बी वशिष्ठ जी. वशिष्ठ जी is yoga वासिष्ठ रामायण. Now he promised na कि इति उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे कथ्यते अस्मिन् मया अधुना. अस्मिन् उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे in this उत्पत्ति प्रकरण मया by me अधुना now कथ्यते will be explained to you. What is that? खा आत्मिका अजाता एव जगत भ्रांति भाति. The shunya jagat, though it is not real, still appearing. That from now onwards, by me, it will be taught to you in this Utpatti Prakarana. So, if you listen it, your ajnana will go. You will realize the reality, the Brahman, the Jagat is understood as Mithya. You are no more bound. And do it very slowly. Let none of the routine activities of Dharma be disturbed. They must go on in their own way. Now he starts telling now from the 45th mantra. These two mantras we chant and see the meaning. Continue tomorrow. Yadidam drushyate kinchit jagat sthavara jangamam sarvam sarva prakaradhyam sasurasura kinnaram tat महाप्रलये प्राप्ते रुद्रादि परिणामिनि भवति असत् अदृश्यात्मा क्वापि याति विनश्यति. क्वापि. See the difference between the Upanishad way of teaching this one. In the Upanishad, before the creation, the Jagat was not at all there. That's how it starts. Atma va idam ekameva agre asit na anyat kinchanam ishat. Vaashishtha ji says the other way around. Said, at the Pralaya Kala, none of these things remain. Both are same. सृष्टि से पहले कुछ नहीं था, अब प्रलय के बाद कुछ नहीं होगा. That he says nothing was there before creation. Here he says the delusion or pralaya, nothing remains. That's what here he says. Yad idam drishyate kinchit. Whatever is seen, drishyate. What is that? Jagat. Comprising of sthavara jangamam. Living, non-living, mobile, immobile. Sarvam, all of them. Sarva prakaradhyam. Which is of all types and varieties. 84 लाख योनि कहो या entire the appearing vastujalam kaho. Sa surasura kinnaram. With all the sura, devatas, asuras, the kinnaras. Then all of that tat mahapralaye. When the mahapralaya happens, prapte, mahapralaya prapte, rudradi parinamini. Which while expressing Rudra Rupena, it started expressing all of that. Bhavati asat adrushya atma. Bhavati asat adrushya atma. It ceases to be seen, it ceases to exist. Kwapi yati. Somewhere it goes, vinashyati, totally gets destroyed also. See how many words are used? Asatu, adrishyatva, kapiyati, vinashyati. Kwapiyati. That's the state of pradaya. That itself gives a hint. To a serious, sincere, genuine, intelligent student. So that means there was state where it was not there. There will be a state which it will not be there. Then always a deep questioner questions where from it must have come then, where it must be going, and that must be permanent. With that intellection only, Gaudapada Karikakara gave that Karika. Adavante cha yennasti vartamanepi tattatha. He gave both the shlokas. That which was there in the beginning was there and will be there in the end. Alone will be there, even though in between also appearing in some form. So in the beginning, gold was. Afterwards, gold alone. In between, it appearing as ornaments, but that time also it's gold. One explanation. Second, in the beginning, the ornaments were not there. At the end, also, ornaments are not there. In between, also, they are appearing, but they are not there. It is called as Vetreka Paddhati. The earlier one is Anvaya Paddhati. So, these slokas continue in all the beautiful explanation, powerful mantras. Maja aayega. Let us give a chance to ourselves to tuned to Vaashishtha ji and his explanation regarding the Brantitva of the Jagat. And more than the Jagat Branta Jagat, he will be explaining about that state of Brahman in the absence of this Jagat at that Mahapralaya stage. In the Mahapralaya, this Tavara Jangamatmaka Jagat is not there. Then something is there from where this comes, and that is called Brahman. That is called Paramakarana, and it's Varnana. That's the name of the Sarga. That will be done. Earlier also it was done. Again in the next 20 shlokas it will be explained. O Lord, O Adi, Bhagavan, Vaashishtha ji, Sri Ram Bhagavan, please bless us, Valmiki ji and all, to have that patience, perseverance, Shraddha, Ekagrata, Shuddhata, Sukshmata, to catch all the teachings which you are giving. In the gaining of the knowledge alone, in the doing of this abhyasa alone, there is a shashvata moksha from all bandhana. May we clearly understand. May this study, listening not go wasted. Oh Lord, please bless. I am to doing, you also do. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanam Astu. Now come to study Adi Shankara's Prashnottar Ratnamalika in Hindi.